So for example 18, right, the triangle is drawn for you. As long as the triangle is drawn for you, I think it's much easier. So the first part will require you to find AB. So the AB that you would like to find can be arrowed with the 63. So after you arrow this, there is no other arrow because there is no angle to arrow with 8.2. I also don't have any angle to arrow with 8.1. So there's nothing here to arrow. So the one that I want to find can be arrowed with the 63 degree. So let's recall, how do you form the cosine rule? So it will be a AB square, and you're going to form it with the cosine 63. So remember the arrow, and after that you form a fake Pythagoras theorem. You form a fake Pythagoras theorem. So after you form the fake Pythagoras theorem, you're going to subtract off. Okay, I'm running out of space, that's why I rewrite. I'm subtracting 2 of 8.1, 2 of 8.2, and multiplying by cosine 63. So you use the arrow, then you do a fake Pythagoras. Then from here, right, you just punch calculator. You punch calculator and then you take square root. Or you can take square root directly, it is your choice. So try punching calculator. You punch it direct and then you take a square root. Try to write the chain of decimal. But you gave the 3SF. So for getting this length right, it is already 3 marks because you managed to lay out the formula for cosine rule. So I will get 8.52 here. So after this, we got A, B, C to find. You can still go back to your sine rule. You will have 2 arrows already. So I go back to my sine rule. So you realize that you will have 2 arrows for your sine rule already. If you are using the 8.52, please don't use 8.52. Use more decimal places. Okay, so use more decimal places to preserve the accuracy. And don't forget to inverse. So in a question, right, it is quite possible that they can be mixed together. So in the next part, we will want the shortest distance from A to BC, that is the one we will use with area. So don't assume that it will cut into half. It will not. So some of you will assume. Jaren, don't assume it will cut into half because it looks like it's cutting into half, but it is not. So the shortest distance will be the perpendicular distance. So this is not new to us already. So such a question will be using area. So we will be using area half AB sine C. I will be using 8.1, 8.2, and 63. So I will be using area of triangle. That's what we did last week. Area of triangle using half AB sine C. So last week we learned this formula. So when you use this formula, this is not your final answer. Then do your half done based on height. So this question use up all the formulas that you have learned, half AB sine C, sine rule, cosine rule. Okay, so can see it's the same. So this question, right, has sine rule, cosine rule, and area of triangle, and you also have half done based on height. So this question is worth quite a bit of marks. The first one is already 3 marks. The second one will be 2 marks. The third one will be 2 marks or 3 marks, depending on school. So that's example 18.